Go.
Alexa, tell us about Forbidden 2.
Forbidden Silence series of games. The game combines horror, stealth, and survival elements. It is possible to play as a male protagonist for the first time in the series. The story takes place 5 years after the events of the first game. The main new feature is the ability to explore underwater locations.
What game is this?
Forbidden. I have no idea.
Well, Alexa, you're 0 for 3.
You suck.
So, Forbidden 2 is a
Hi, everybody.
show from J-Edge, or Doki.
Doki.
I'm Johnny Juicebox.
Mikeshake.
And this is B-Views.
Special edition.
Special.
Yeah, I mean, we just watched this whole season.
We did.
Yes, we did.
It's true.
We did.
Watched an entire season of a show, so you don't have to.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
you
you're
probably
welcome.
should.
I mean, you probably should.
I mean, I recommend this shit to everyone because if you're from America, you've never seen anything like this.
Not even close.
No, this is a genre of... This is like a genre of ghost hunting shows that does not exist in the U.S. And for anyone who doesn't know, we already covered Paranormal Surveillance Camera. Go check out our videos on that. We covered Raw, which is the first 3 seasons of this show. We are now on Forbidden 2, Season 1.
Yes. Yes.
From what I can tell, these are all from DVDs that are sold in convenience stores in Japan.
Well, did you ask your friend if he ever saw him and he never did?
Yes, nobody I know from Japan has ever heard of these shows.
Yeah. That's what's very interesting about it. I can never find anything about it.
Well, that's what was interesting about PSC, was because it was fucking batshit crazy, and usually there's all sorts of information about crazy shit that happens overseas online, and there was nothing. Not an IMDb page, not anything.
Nothing.
To this day, if you look up Paranormal Surveillance Camera on Google, our videos are the first thing that pops up.
That's awesome.
Followed by the Amazon stuff.
That's awesome.
Well, actually, now it might be the Amazon stuff.
Why?
I don't know. Recently, they've kind of had a little bit of pickup and stuff.
Oh, really?
What was that? Is that my phone?
I don't know.
Huh.
I have no idea.
Haunted things are already happening.
Yes. Johnny doesn't have his phone with him, so he can't throw it. It's okay. It's all right. That completely dislodged your thoughts. I could just tell you.
No, I was gonna say recently I looked on IMDb, and now PSC does have an IMDb.
Really?
Yes, but it doesn't match the things on Doki.
Really?
Yes, and that's what's confusing.
And so it obviously that show that we watched is not Paranormal Surveillance Camera.
It is. Well, it's not, because remember our contact with the people from J-Edge at the time, now Doki, outright said that is not the original name of the show. The original name of the show is something in Japanese.
Right.
And I didn't save it, and I wasn't able to find it again.
Okay. All right.
Because that was like years ago now.
It was. It literally was years ago.
And they sent us all this nice stuff.
I know. You even got a T-shirt.
Yeah. I mean, it didn't fit anyone.
All right. Wasn't it like medium or something?
Yeah. Well, I think. We got a large.
Did we?
I think.
I think we got a hoodie too, didn't we?
Nope.
Oh, just
we
a
got
couple T-shirts?
2 women's T-shirts that are large, women's large, and I think a men's large T-shirt. I don't know.
And you can fit us.
They sent them some cool.
Yeah.
They sent us some cool shit.
Yeah, they could send us bags.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't expect anything.
Yeah.
Nothing.
I didn't expect anything,
No.
so I thought it was cool.
Yeah. Pretty badass.
Yeah. All because we talked about Paranormal Surveillance Camera.
How did they get your address?
My address?
Yes, to send things to.
I gave it to them.
Oh, you did, eh?
Yeah, because they sent me an email
Oh, really?
and asked me for an address to send us stuff.
That's fucking awesome.
Yep.
Wild. How cool.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, so this is Forbidden 2.
This is Forbidden 2.
There is...
We continue to delve into the depths of J-Edge and come out worse off than before.
and it was very hard to find. I think you should talk about your gripe.
All right. Amazon, this is all on you. Because I specifically added this to my watch list. I started watching it, so it would be on my continue watching.
Mm-hmm.
Both ways, it was impossible to find this show after the app was updated.
Mm-hmm.
We had to literally go through, uninstall the app, and reinstall it without updating it because for some reason this show disappeared.
Yeah.
No other seasons, by the way, disappeared.
Right.
Only this one.
Yeah.
Which makes no sense. So Amazon, sort your fucking shit out.
Right.
Jeff Bezos, you piece of shit.
Very true. Because I used it on my Roku, and then I used it on my 5, and then I updated my 5's.
Yeah, because we turned it on the 5, and we're like, oh, there it is! And then he updated it, and then it disappeared.
It's just gone.
And I was like, no, what did you do? It was fine!
Oh, unbelievable. What a pain in the dick that was. Why did that happen?
Because Jeff Bezos is a fucking idiot.
I mean, he is a piece of...
I mean, he's not
shit.
as fucking stupid as Elon Musk, who
Correct.
might be the dumbest person to have money in the world besides Donald Trump.
Right.
But I mean,
Right.
Jeff Bezos is pretty fucking up there for being a goddamn idiot.
Yeah, he's a fool.
So worthless fucking idiot.
Yeah, he's a fool.
And Jeff Bezos, you can take me to whatever on that.
I mean, yes.
Fuck you.
Yes.
Go eat glass. Anyway.
And Doki, I mean...
Doki's pretty great.
Yeah, you're great.
Keep being yourselves.
Yes.
You keep adding weird shit, and I love it.
Yes. Yes. I mean, we're not hating on Amazon with you. We're just hating on Amazon in general.
Yeah.
Yes.
Honestly, we should... Does Doki have a Roku app?
I have no idea.
We should just go through that instead.
I would like to. I would like to do that with Shudder too.
Well, the only reason I use it is because I don't have a Roku, and Doki doesn't have an app on anything else that I have.
Sure.
So
right. Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
None of this has to do with Forbidden 2.
No, but it was a pain in the ass trying to find it to start it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's
so there was 9. Just to change up the subject, there's 9 episodes.
That range between 18 and 31 minutes long.
Yeah. Pretty short.
Depending on which episodes.
Some of them felt long. Some of them did.
The last 3 felt a little long.
Yeah, I mean...
Actually, the last one didn't feel as long, but the 7 and 8 felt
I mean, they
long.
were longer, though. I mean, they were...
They were about half an hour long.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's a lot for these segments.
So, we were talking about this concept of a show doesn't really exist in the U.S., so we should go into this. I don't know why you would start with this version, but it is also the newest video that's coming out, so maybe you saw this, you didn't see our other videos, go check those out too.
Please.
By all means.
A lot of work went into that.
They could use it.
Yeah.
And check out my edited PSC videos, because I put so much goddamn work into them. They're fine. They're not really good, but...
They are.
It's before we had a microphone, so the audio's rough.
Yeah.
But, hey, I did my best with what I had.
Yes. And that's what we had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is what we had.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is kind of like a found footage reality ghost hunting show.
That is fucking blurred.
This one is. PSC is not.
No.
This one is.
Yes.
And that's kind of why I want to do edited versions of these, but that also means having to go through 9 seasons of TV and do it. And it's a lot of work. That's about 110 hours of my life.
That's a lot. That you're not getting paid for.
That I'm not getting paid for.
Right.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
We might get those eventually.
We may.
I know Monster Camera. I do have the footage for Monster Camera to go through.
Oh, man, that was a fun one.
That was a fun one. It was only 3 episodes long, too, which is why I went ahead and went through all of it. But I just have to put it together. Because I haven't finished the Malignant video yet.
Holy shit, that was a while ago.
Yeah, it's still in production.
Oh.
It's bad.
Is it?
It's rough.
Is it?
I didn't like it as much.
Did we do that in person?
I don't think so.
No, I thought we did that over Twitch.
I think it was a live one.
Yeah.
But anyway,
those were rough ones. Because we had a lot of video problems.
Yeah.
They were not all rough.
No, I mean all the Twitch ones were rough because the quality would go in and out. It would cut out.
Yeah. It
cut
would
back in. Freeze.
Yeah. Freeze more. Yeah.
But yeah. So basically, the concept of this show is it's a show where people send in ghost footage and they talk, and then our hosts talk about it. They're not really our hosts because in this series we didn't really get anyone's names, but we
get the same woman report.
We follow the same woman who goes around and investigates stuff. Kind of. I mean, she asks people questions.
Yeah, she's like an interviewer.
Yeah,
that's about it.
I feel like the PSC people did a lot more.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because they were running around and getting possessed and shit.
I can't remember the main one's name, but she was amazing.
I know, she was great.
She was amazing.
And like she had like a character arc throughout the series where she started as like a PA and then like became one of the head people.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That was great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one, I don't know her name.
Don't know.
They never told me her name.
Don't know.
She just asks people questions and we follow her around, and a lot of the time she's the only thing on screen that's not blurred out. So she's all we get to look at.
There's a lot of that.
There was a time where they were walking through a forest and there was just a girl talking to the camera in the center of screen, and everything around her was mosaicked.
Yes. Everything.
And we're in the forest.
Yes.
Where nothing is.
Yes. And I mean, it was so bad.
Yeah. I
mean, that is just so frustrating.
But yeah, we don't really have these kinds of concepts in the West. At least not for TV. This is something that happens on like YouTube a lot, where people send in their ghost videos and then a host curates the ghost videos.
Right.
But it's like that, but a TV.
Right. And they got that on I know Travel Channel with Paranormal Caught on Camera.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So we are starting to kind of get this in the U.S. a little bit.
Yeah.
Probably not to the same extent as PSC.
Oh, absolutely not.
Where
absolutely not.
We interview people catching ghosts with plastic bags and shit like that.
Correct.
But
correct.
Toyama, our ghost in a bag.
Alrighty, let's get rolling.
All right.
Okay.
So, last season was Forbidden 1.
Yep.
We started with several episodes of updates from Raw.
Yep.
This season, we start with new shit.
Yes, absolutely.
Which I liked the format of this season better.
I did too.
So we started with used clothing.
Yep.
Not a lot going on.
Nope.
A girl goes on a date with her boyfriend she's been dating for a year, and they buy used clothes together, and he puts on a coat, and the coat strangles him to death. Yeah. That's the video.
Yeah, the coat sleeve strangle him to death, and then he dies.
By the way, spoilers.
I mean, come on. I mean, that's a given.
It's $3.99 a month, guys.
Yeah.
Come on.
Is it still $3.99 a month?
Yes, that is what I pay.
Oh, nice.
I checked my bank statement. $3.99 a month for Doki.
Amazing.
Yes.
Amazing.
It is. And worth it. You also get like a free trial. You could go on there, get your free trial, watch a shit ton of this stuff, and then fall in love with it. Because there's all sorts of crazy shit on there. There's Mama Shiba Cubbish Puppy and Taxi Cat.
2, 3, and now 4.
Yeah, they're all series. Yeah. And they also have movie.
Yeah. And baseball games.
Yeah, there are a bunch of like weird baseball games from like one specific team. But
I don't know. I don't get it.
I don't know.
I don't get it.
Look, I'm not going to claim that I understand what's going on Doki. I'm just going to say it's great.
It's great. Yeah.
It's the best value for what we have.
Yeah. What was that one with the Yakuza Principal?
Yakuza Principal.
God, that fucking movie.
We still have to do Yakuza Principal 2.
Oh, yes, we do.
That would be a good one. It's
89.3, right? Was the other one?
FM 89.3. Yeah. That was one of our earlier episodes.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
That's a really good movie.
Fucking A, it is.
Go on there just to watch FM 89.3. Oh, God,
that fucking movie is awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, that movie is a riot. Yep, so we got... We got Third Eye. So we got the used clothing, and then we got Third Eye.
Yep.
And so basically, they were kind of filming the end of a movie.
Yeah, they're filming like kind
of like the credits.
Yeah, because they're filming parts for a credit animation.
Yep.
So they were sticking like little clay letters into the ground.
Yeah, so they had like cast, staff,
and then end. And those are the only three that they needed.
Yeah. Yeah. And then they're filming, and then in the distance you see a thing in the background.
They keep saying a kid, but I don't think it didn't look like a child. No. It looked like like an old woman, kind of.
Yeah.
Either way, it had 3 eyes.
Yes. So they kind of turned him around, and he had 3 eyes.
Just goes, and then disappears.
Yep. And then
hugs her from behind.
Yeah, hugged her and grabbed her.
And then she passes out, and then she goes blind.
Yep. That's simple.
Yeah.
That was the first episode.
That was the whole first episode.
Yep.
I think the first episode came in around 23 minutes.
And by the way, she did become blind.
She did.
She became blind.
Did I not say that?
No.
I thought I did.
No.
Well, whatever.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. It doesn't really matter. I just thought I'd throw that in there because of the third-eyed kid.
Yeah.
She is now blind.
I'm going to talk more about some of these later ones, but some of these, it's just like, ooh, it's a thing. It happened.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, okay. We've seen it so many times. I mean, it just kind of gets old after a while.
And some of these go into a lot of, like, background things. For instance, the next section, which was Don't Leave Me. Don't Leave Me is about a guy who sets up trail cameras.
Literally.
And that's, on the surface, guy sets up trail cameras, sees weird shit in trail cameras. Right?
That's pretty much it.
We go into the history a little bit of this area.
Yeah.
Whether it's real or not, I don't know.
Don't have any idea.
By all means, I'll take their words for it.
Yeah.
It's all the information I have.
Yeah.
But they say in this area, it's one of those places where back in the day, Japanese people used to, during troubled times, Japanese people would bring the elderly out into the mountains and abandon them.
Right. Which is awful.
And leave them to die.
Which is awful.
Yeah. Although this is a thing that I've heard about happening in like the Middle Ages in Europe occasionally and Japan.
Oh, that's awful.
And I think in Norway there are some, or Denmark or somewhere, there were some places where they made them jump off cliffs. I don't know.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Wow. All right. That's pretty awful. I think that's Sweden with
that was on Midsummer.
Yes.
But it's based off of a thing that Vikings supposedly used to do, and then research came out that no, it actually wasn't that common of a thing that happened, but, you know, whatever.
Yeah, thanks, alright.
Because, like, how many people are actually going to do that?
Right. And so that's why we have the phrase, don't throw away.
Yes.
Yes.
Because in the background, so you see a ghost in the background, and he's like yelling something, but you can't really hear it. But then they do something to the audio, and then you do kind of hear it. And then you hear, what was it, like Bucha Runa?
Yep, there you go.
And they're like, oh, it's an obscure dialect that's only spoken in one area, and it means don't throw away.
So don't throw the old people away.
Yep, don't throw the elderly away.
That's a good suggestion. For old people, they don't know anything.
Except in the elections, throw all of them away.
True, absolutely. And then, so that's pretty much that. And then we got Pond.
This one was neat.
Yeah. So basically, a student with a hat on came out of the water.
They kept saying a hat.
I mean, it was like a student uniform.
Yeah, they kept saying like wearing a student cap, and I never saw him wearing a hat, except in the second. Because Like you see him coming out of the water, but they go there and they find out it's in like 9 feet up in the air, so it couldn't have possibly been a person coming out of the water. But then they show like the later one where they're walking down the road and he's just like hiding behind the fence or whatever. I thought he looked cool in that one.
I like that one where he's
like
kind of hiding behind the fence.
Yeah, it was creepy looking.
Yeah.
He had like robed out, like it was good shit.
Yeah. First two weren't bad.
Yeah.
First two weren't bad. What do we got on the docket after this, Johnny boy?
Your favorite.
This is the one I really liked.
Yep.
I like that rotary dial phone.
I thought it dragged a little, but
I like that. So they had like an idol, or what do they call it? Is that what they call it in Japan?
Did they have an idol?
Well, it's like a celebrity.
Oh.
Yeah. And then
they were saying that they host shows with newbie and older celebrities. So what that tells me is like unknowns and wash-ups.
Okay. All right. Yeah, so we got this celebrity, and they're going to be going to an abandoned ruins.
Yeah.
And then when they come back at night...
The ruins of a camp.
Yes. So the camp was like a flower name.
Yeah,
like
all of the cabins are named after flowers.
Yep. And then so they obviously see it during the day, and then they come back at night, and there's an old rotary phone in there.
Yeah.
That's not plugged into anything.
Yep. And then it starts ringing.
Yes. Kind of cool.
It's goofy, but like it's, and then they answer it and it's saying something.
No, I don't remember.
They never acknowledge what it says.
They never had a caption for it.
Yeah, but like usually when they don't have a caption for something, they like make a big deal about what was being said, and they didn't in this one for some reason. Right.
And then so they're driving out, and then they keep seeing like this figure. This woman in a white dress.
Well, it's the ghost of the woman who killed herself. The wife of the guy went bankrupt and then he died, and then his wife killed herself. After, or the guy died and then the wife took over and it went bankrupt and she killed herself. Right. And then I guess that's supposed to be a ghost.
That's pretty much it. So they keep seeing her on the road, and then they decide to screw it, and so they floor it, and then they hit the idol.
They run her over, and then they go outside, and they see that it's actually the celebrity.
And then he was charged with murder.
Yep, and then he was charged with murder. And I kept making jokes as they like abandon the girl.
Yeah, I mean they literally were like, "All right, bye."
And I keep making jokes about them cutting to the guy being like, so anyway, I fired them.
Right? Pretty much. Oh, I like that one. I mean, it was kind of creepy factor in terms of like the phone with the no connection. And,
it reminded me
of the woods and.
It reminded me of another one that I thought we saw that involved like an ambulance or something.
Okay. Oh yeah, yep. I remember what you're talking about. Yep. Kind of out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if that was a Kano one or not. I don't know.
I don't think that was Kano.
No?
I thought that was on Raw.
Could have been.
Because
it's been a while.
Because that's the difference. Is like Raw and Forbidden very much feel like they feel like they're very clip heavy, like clips to clip, and nothing's really related. Yes. And then PSC felt like a lot of stuff was related, or they were constantly updating or referencing back to things that happened before. Yep. And I think that's kind of why I enjoyed PSC more than I've been enjoying these ones.
Yeah. Well, I think it's more of a season after season after season, where this is, you're kind of disjointed.
Yeah.
I mean, where you're getting one right after another with PSC.
Right.
I mean, you are.
And now that we've hit Forbidden 2, I'm starting to notice a pattern where, like, Forbidden 1 was referencing stuff from Raw 1, and now Forbidden 2 is doing updates for stuff from Forbidden 2, or from Raw 2. So now I'm expecting a bunch of updates from from Raw 3 next season.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, but I mean, that's rotary phone. I mean, I just thought it was one of the better ones of this whole season. I really liked it.
Yeah.
I mean, it had more of that I would say VHS style feel.
Yeah.
You know, one of those smaller segments that's the actual episode. I mean, that was the whole episode, that one. So,
and that, another thing I liked on PSC. They got everyone involved on PSC, though.
They did.
Like, all of our people had names. We had people who would repeatedly send stuff in. We had characters that we cared about
Kano,
and valued.
Yep.
But in this one, I mean, we have Mr. Morio now.
Yeah.
5 seasons in.
Yeah. Is he going to stick around, though?
I assume he's going to be in an update later.
Maybe.
Well, because he ended the episode bleeding from the ear and said, I'm going to go and do more research on it.
Oh,
but that's later.
Maybe. Alrighty, Johnny, what do we got next?
Neck.
Oh, we got neck next. Go ahead, bud.
Neck's fine.
It's okay. I mean, it's okay.
Neck is about a woman a PA who doesn't do his job right, and then the head of a TV show throws up all over the camera, and they find out that they buried a demon head nearby.
That's it.
Yeah.
And she keeps sitting down.
Well, everyone's just very tired.
Very tired.
Yeah. No one came prepared to climb this mountain.
I thought it was kind of cool when she vomited on the camera.
Yeah?
That was kind of cool. That was the best part of this whole thing.
It reminded me of last night when we watched Abigail and the blood spurted onto the camera.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's really, she was the reporter who was doing that.
Yeah.
Was in a motorcycle accident and was paralyzed from the neck down.
Yeah, nobody cares.
Well, I had to throw that in there because the episode is named Neck.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Well, there's also a point where, like, it pops up and it shows, like, her headless, and they're all like, was this about what would happen to her later? And I'm like, no, they said that they cut off a demon's head and buried it nearby, so I assume it's because they cut off the demon's head.
No shit.
I don't know.
Yeah. And
I'm sorry, an Oni.
What?
It's an Oni.
Oh, yes.
They kept translating it as demon, but it's a little bit different.
Right. And then we got the other part of this episode, Scribbles.
I like this one.
Yeah, it's okay.
You hated this.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay. It's a home renovation episode segment where these guys go in this like little cubby hole and
it's just one guy.
Yeah,
which I found weird.
Yeah, one guy, and then all of a sudden he's like, "Oh, I seen scribbles on here, and it says I'm hungry."
Yep.
And then something falls on the opening.
Yep.
And then the opening is very hard to get. It's the
tatami mat because they pulled up the tatami mat.
Okay.
So he could get underneath the floor.
Right.
And then he finds crayons and a doll leg and
like a kid was down there.
Yep.
And a kid was down there.
Well, according to them, yeah. Apparently, someone locked their kid underneath the floorboards and then beat him to death later, I guess.
Trigger warning.
For child murder.
That is a trigger warning. I mean, like we said last time, if you want to go watch our true opinions of Raw 1, 2, and 3, they're rough watches.
Yeah.
Because they deal with a lot of heavy shit.
You get a lot of suicide videos in these.
You do. I mean,
not so much in this season.
No. But I mean, that's
what... like, cheap rent, carbon dioxide suicide, abandoned tunnel curse... something, I don't know. Kill me. Voice of Discord. Handprints. Dragged away. I mean, look, this is all about ghosts and weird shit. Like, stuff's gonna happen, guys.
Yeah. But I mean, that's what made PSC even better, though, too. I mean, they didn't have to deal with all that type of shit.
Like, every now and then you get the stray, this is a video that looks like it's someone committing suicide, but no one was actually there.
Right,
it was a ghost. And it's like, well, yeah, it's a ghost. It looks like you dragged and dropped something in Microsoft Print, for God's sake.
I just hate to keep going back to PSC, but that's the gold standard.
It is.
It truly
so far,
is the gold standard.
We
know.
haven't watched Demon Files.
We have not.
We haven't watched fucking what's the other
Forbidden
one?
3.
We haven't watched any of Disturbed.
Nope, we haven't touched that.
Although I assume it's going to be similar to this.
I would imagine.
We haven't watched all of 404 Not Found, but that's almost the one episode I watched of that was just suicide videos. So we'll get to that one when it happens.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's the gold standard, dude.
Yeah, because it's great. PSC is great. Everyone should watch Paranormal Surveillance Camera.
And if you don't, watch our videos, please.
Yeah.
Please.
Sure. Please watch our videos.
Please. I think we should like point down and like video in description. There you go. Like, comment, and subscribe.
Oh, I can put the play. I think I have a PSC playlist.
Oh, nice. Good deal.
That I can put at the end of this.
That's fantastic. I think that's a good thing.
And if not, I could easily make a PSC playlist. I should just make a J-Edge playlist.
Right. You should. You totally should. And then also, too, when he's down there in the like little cubby hole, he sees the feet. Or the feet show up on camera.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And we were making fun of it because it's just like
it's
disembodied feet.
I mean, it's bad.
It looks bad.
Very bad. All right, so that's episode 4. And now we got the broken family on episode 5.
Awesome.
So that's where basically they're showing a kid playing basketball, girls playing basketball.
Oh yeah.
And then the mom.
This one was all right.
Yeah.
It's just the plot of 8 Crazy Nights, but
yeah. So the mom is in the middle of the gym, who's obviously a ghost.
Yep.
But
she died on the way there.
Yeah.
She came to haunt the basketball game that her daughter was playing in. And this is also the time when I made the joke that she came all the way here from beyond the grave to watch her daughter play basketball, and they pulled her out of the game.
Right.
Which, yeah.
And I thought it was kind of cool when they interviewed, I think, the sister, because she lost both her mom and dad, and then she stopped going to school.
She's in a cult.
And then she goes, she joined a cult. Thought that was epic. So instead of mom helping you out on the court, you just go join a cult.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm expecting a great update to
God,
this.
I can't wait. I cannot wait.
If I don't get an update to this about the cult, like...
What kind of cults do they have in Japan?
Om Shinrikyo was a cult in Japan.
No idea.
Yeah, unless I'm getting it mixed up with another Japanese cult, that's the one that tried to buy a nuke from Russia and then release sarin gas into the train stations.
Oh, God.
And killed, like, a ton of people.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Okay. Trigger warning there, too.
Yeah, that's a real thing that happened, so, yeah.
That's terrible.
Yeah, the Tokyo train station sarin gas attacks.
Wow. On to that.
And then they also had one where they were like, they would make people like confess all of their sins to each other and then beat the shit out of each other until like you killed one of them, and then they'd just like put your body in a barrel, and it was like the whole camp was full with corpses, and they were like ultra nationalists and stuff like that.
That sounds awful.
Yeah, there are a lot of horrible cults in Japan.
Wow.
Historically, a lot of those ones don't exist anymore.
That's good. That's a very good thing. Okay.
Yeah.
How about the noise?
What was that one?
That
was the guy bought a camera from like a secondhand camera, and it had an SD card in it, and the SD card had a video diary of this guy talking about all this noise that the neighbors were making, but there's no noise in the video.
So he's obviously losing his mind.
Well, or is he?
Because they do show a picture at the end where
there's a ghost whispering in his ear.
Yes.
Ooh, ghosts.
Yes. Because obviously there was no noise because both of them were vacant.
Yep.
Cool.
Both of the surrounding units were vacant.
And he did that for like months.
Yep.
And then he squatted, and then he didn't pay any of his rent.
Yeah, and then they were just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
He hasn't paid since July.
Yeah.
Haven't heard from him.
Right.
It's like, wow, all right.
Yeah, okay then. All right, the next one for episode 6, we got the gravestone.
This one was fun.
Yeah. What's that one about, Johnny boy?
A couple of shitheads piss on a cat's grave and get haunted by a cat, which possesses one of them and makes him stab a guy to death.
A.
And then
That's awesome. That's fucking great.
And then he runs out into the middle of the road and gets hit by a car. It's fucking awesome.
It was a very good segment there.
Meanwhile, the other guy's drinking alone in the room, and they're gonna make Szechuan fried noodles out of this guy's neck.
Mm-hmm. Kobayashi.
Yeah, Kobayashi.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I thought it was kind of cool when they zoomed in on the camera and it's just that knife in his neck.
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of cool. Knife in his neck.
I mean, the blood looked pretty fake.
Yeah.
But
I mean, this is.
I assume it's fake.
I imagine. I even asked you during the watch, like, is any of this real? No.
No. Can't be. It's all real, Mike. All of it.
Is it? Okay.
Yep. People catch ghosts in plastic bags. Doppelgangers exist. If you see your doppelganger, you have to kill your doppelganger. Otherwise, I don't know. There were rules. Go back and watch our video to see the rules.
Please do.
We explain it.
Yeah.
Because there are specific things that a doppelganger has to do if they see you, and certain things you have to do if you see your doppelganger.
Okay. All right. Okay, so we're on to episode 7. We're flying along now.
This is where it's going to slow down.
Now, do you have anything more to talk about for Gravestone?
Gravestone, you should watch. It's good.
Yeah, I mean, it's not bad.
Gravestone's fun.
It's not bad.
I wasn't bored at all during. That was a whole episode.
That was a whole episode.
I was not bored during that episode. I was just excited. I thought it was. I don't understand why he kept asking him if he had a cat.
I don't know.
Oh, and I should say afterwards, our trusty interview lady goes through and finds the gravestone because they're like, oh, what's happened? And it's like, oh, they pissed on a gravestone in the middle of the night, and it's for a cat.
Yeah.
And as he's running, he's saying something, and it wasn't.
Gongyo or something.
Yeah, Gongyo.
Yeah.
Which I think is the name of the cat. But this is also the point where the subtitles were kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
Where it was like, it said something like, at one point it was like, cat/M.
Yeah.
And
it's like I don't know what that means.
And I was like, it's losing.
Yeah.
It's losing itself.
Thanks a lot.
It's going Hulu captions on us.
Oh, God, that is the worst, isn't it?
Oh, my God. The Hulu captions are the worst.
I hate them.
They're useless.
Oh, I hate them.
I once was watching SmackDown, and the captions listed out Nia Jax's name as N. The letter N. That's all it could get.
It's bad.
It's Hulu, Disney, you fucking suck.
Imagine somebody who's hard of hearing.
All they want to do is watch fucking SmackDown.
You realize they couldn't even watch that.
Yeah.
Because the captions don't keep up.
Yeah, they don't keep up. Which I guess if you're hard of hearing, it doesn't bother you nearly as much because you're not hearing them anyway. But like, it's saying random bullshit. Like, it can never get CM Punk's name right.
Oh,
it can never get Nia Jax's name right.
Okay.
Like, anytime CM Punk or Nia Jax is on screen, you have no idea what the fuck the subtitles are talking about.
Right. And well, not only that, it's delayed.
It is delayed.
I mean, it's very, very laggy.
It's not as bad on Hulu because it's usually only like one line behind, which is fine.
That's good.
It's just that every now and then it will like lag, and then it'll just be like a bunch of really fucked up looking shit where it doesn't make sense, and then it'll go back to making a little bit of sense. But anytime it has to say names. Anytime it has to like say city names,
that's bad.
You have no idea what's happening.
That's bad. I mean, we have captions for the hearing impaired.
Yeah, but Disney doesn't care about the hearing impaired.
That's
Disney.
That's terrible.
The CEO of Disney probably thinks we should kill them.
Well, I think I'm not paying for Disney then.
They're bad
I do not
people,
have Hulu.
Mike. Remember, if someone's rich, they're probably evil.
Yes. I completely
They're
get
probably here to kill people for fun.
that. Sure.
Did you see that Elon Musk and J.K. Rowling are getting sued for calling that lady a man?
Yeah. Good. Awesome.
Also,
they deserve it.
Also, listed in that lawsuit are anonymous ex-users, so they can get anyone.
Really?
Who was talking shit on there.
That's a lot of people, probably. Though.
I know.
What is the fucking big deal?
About what?
That.
What, about a woman who has a birth defect?
Yes.
They thought she was trans.
Who gives a shit?
Well, obviously these shitty people do.
Oh my god, who cares?
Fuck them.
Oh my god, making a big deal about nothing.
Literally nothing.
Nothing.
She's not even trans.
No. Oh, I'm sorry, but you obviously, if you're watching this and it's your first time, you're very progressive. And if you don't like it, you don't have to watch.
We're the leftist people,
yes.
So
yes.
Probably the ones that
you can fuck right off then if you don't want to watch it.
Probably the ones that your mom warned you about.
Well, I mean, we're not that bad.
Ban the government.
Anyways, going on to number 7, we got Love Affair Update. And so we got the Dance Studio update. I like Dance Studio from Raw 2. Is that Raw 2 or Raw 1? But I really like Dance Studio. That was the one where the
Dance Studio was cool.
The girl was dancing, and then her shadow or her doppelganger in the mirror came after her. So
House Hunting? Dance Studio might have been from 1.
Okay. Yeah. So that was there. They just have a little bit of an update on that. The mom filed for a missing persons report.
And then the mom was missing.
And then the mom disappeared right after the interview. And then the brother was found, and the mom died, and then they found the girl's body in the ocean.
The mom's body.
The mom's body. I thought it was the girl's body. I don't know.
Well, one of them was Bleep, and one of them was Rie.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, I guess. So that was kind of the update. It's kind of a bummer. I mean, that's obviously somebody who's dead but doesn't exist, so... Yeah.
An actor has died.
Yes. And so anyway, after that interview, I take that back. She went up missing, but she was also getting a little weird about looking in the mirror and stuff.
She was talking to the mirror, and then she would also fly into rages.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. What about the second segment, Johnny? The Love Affair.
Love Affair is one of my favorite ones from one of the Raws, but I want to say Raw 2.
Okay.
Sure, we'll go with that.
Go ahead.
That's ready or not.
Don't worry about it, John.
From some Raw.
Okay. Don't worry about it, Johnny.
I think it was Raw 3, actually.
All right, go ahead, bud.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked it.
Do you want to say what it kind of was?
Nah.
Do you not know what it was?
So you don't want to go through it all again.
I know, but you got the PI and the husband.
Yeah. So
that's really, I mean, that's all it is. And
the PI sees the husband talking to a monster.
Yeah.
Well, it's a lady with 5 heads.
Yes.
Maybe it would be mean to call her a monster, but she's clearly
that's a monster.
She's clearly some kind of ghost.
Correct. And we really liked this last time because it is a cool creature.
Yes.
It is really cool.
The design is really cool.
It is really cool.
And the whole idea is that 5 women have lived in this apartment before, and every single one of them has either killed themselves or died from a disease.
Right.
And now there is this monster with 5 heads. Mm-hmm. That is a woman with 5 heads, and the husband. They keep calling him the husband.
Yeah, obviously they have no name.
Yeah. And because it was like a PI investigating a husband who someone thought was cheating.
Correct.
And he's talking to her and saying all this stuff like, oh, I've done as you commanded and things like that.
And then he actually beats the shit out of the PI.
Oh yeah, they say he has to go to the hospital and get stitches in his head. And apparently he beat his wife and she was still unconscious.
He did. He's a scumbag.
And now he's in jail.
Good.
But, so this is the update to that story.
Yep.
And basically, they were like, well, we wanted to get in touch with the realtor again.
Yeah.
And they tried to get in touch with her, and it turns out her number's disconnected. And they're like, well, maybe we can go to the apartment again. And they look up the apartment, and the apartment's been demolished. So,
wow, great research there.
Nothing to go.
Great research.
So they're like, maybe we can find more evidence within the video itself. And they hear voices responding to his answer, his words, but they never show it to us.
Never.
They just show Mr. Morio reacting to it, and then he falls on the ground and starts bleeding out of his ear, and he says, I'll look into it more, and it leaves us there. Yeah. So I wasn't happy with this update, but I like this. I like this original thing, and I do like the idea of them introducing us to this audio expert. Yeah. I just wish there was a little more to it.
I mean, maybe we'll be able to get this guy to come back.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
I mean, will we have a love affair update?
Yeah, maybe.
Update.
But probably
Part
not.
two?
I don't think they care enough. But we might. We might.
Maybe.
I mean, we're only 5 seasons in.
That's all. All right, we got episode 8.
Yeah.
We got the Grudge Doll update.
Yup.
I like the Grudge Doll.
I think the Grudge Doll is fine.
Yep.
And I hated this update. Because it's another update where it's like, there's not really any new information.
Grandma's more demented.
At first it was interesting because they're like, oh, we went and talked to the grandma to see where she got the doll from. But she's in a home and she's kind of incoherent.
Yeah. I mean, she's
assuming it's got something to do with ghosts because she keeps saying, don't touch me to nothing. And, you know.
It very well could be hallucinations due to Alzheimer's dementia.
I mean, it's none of those things because she's an actor, Mike.
Yes, I know. I know. But I kind of like the first one, but they kept replaying her laughing.
Yep.
They must have did that at least 10 times in this.
That is the criticism I have with updates for this series.
Yes.
Is that they play the original section from like the original episode. They play it all the way through.
And then
they tack on the new section, the update. And so far, I'll look at the updates in Forbidden 1. Abandoned Tunnel Curse update.
Yeah, that was
I think that was interesting.
Yep.
Cursed Power Spot update might have been okay. Mail Slot update. I like Mail Slot. I don't think Mail Slot update added much.
No.
This update was useless. This update, where it was like, oh, we went to talk to the grandma and we got no information out of it. So we tried to talk to the rest of the family and they didn't want to talk to us anymore. Yeah. That was the entire update. Yeah. And that took up half of this fucking episode. Yeah. No. Yeah. No. Fuck that. You don't need that. It's not necessary.
It's all filler.
It's literally
all it is. It's
filler.
Filler. That is it.
No value.
None.
No added value.
None. Absolutely none. And it's too bad too because it's a very interesting thing because the grandma gets the haunted doll for the daughter for her birthday.
Yep.
Why are you even doing an update when the lady has advancing Alzheimer's dementia? Why would they even bother? I mean, that lady doesn't know. She probably doesn't even know what day it is. I mean, I don't know. Going on, we got, what is this? Nozoki Baya? Or the Peking Room? That's the
problematic girls club.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of weird. I didn't care for it the first time.
And at least we found out they were hired to do that.
Yeah, I mean obviously.
So
I thought it was kind of cool though with the legs. I thought that was kind of cool.
You thought that was cool?
Kind of.
Out of all the clip art bullshit that we looked at tonight, that was the clip artiest of all the bullshit.
I know. And then the creepy guy's like, "Oh, you could pay more for taking pictures." I paid more and I got the pictures. It's like that shadow head.
I wish so much that we could see his actual face during that.
I know, dude. Everything, of course, is blurred out.
This guy was the creepiest person in the world, and I didn't want to hear from anyone else other than this guy.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I remembered that from the first one, where it was like, this guy clearly lives a very interesting life where he pays for pictures of girls dressed like high schoolers.
Fucking creep.
This weirdo.
Creep. I thought it was. I thought the interview was kind of cool with the lady who brought her friend to the.
Yeah, that was an interesting update.
Yeah, I didn't mind that.
I think out of all the updates, that might be the most interesting.
Oh,
other
by
than
far.
The last episode, which I liked.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, she brought her friend to that, and then she died.
Yep.
A friend,
and now
she's being haunted.
She's being haunted by the friend.
Yep, you could see her in pictures in the background.
I liked the part where they were like, "Yeah, now the club is shut down," and I'm like, I wonder why, because it sounds like that might have been fucking illegal.
Yes. Yeah. Obviously. Fuck.
Like the whole time they were just like, "This is a very problematic thing that they were doing," and I'm like, it sounds like a crime.
Yeah, it does. Yes. And that's pretty much that's all. She's haunted by her friend.
Yeah.
I mean, it is kind of cool when you like kind of find her in the pictures with her red eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
Well, like because they were talking about how you can see the ghost of her now that the club is shut down.
Right. Wandering
around looking for a way to get out of the room, and I'm like, so
sure.
She can't find her way out of this fucking room? It's like a room with a table in it.
Yeah.
Where else do you go?
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
She used to work here. She doesn't know how to leave the room?
Don't know.
I don't know.
John, remember, it doesn't exist.
But you should still apply some level of logic to this shit.
I get that.
It's one thing if you're going to tell me that a guy catches ghosts in a plastic bag.
Mm-hmm.
It's another thing if you tell me he can also fly.
I mean, that'd be kind of fucking great.
That would kind of be awesome.
I mean, imagine if he like gets the ghost and then he can fly.
Because he flies away with the ghost in the bag.
Fucking A, dude, like in a hot air balloon.
It's like, excuse me, I'm needed elsewhere.
Imagine how awesome that'd be. Like I said, we were talking, kind of bullshitting in the middle of this, and we're like, man, that would be awesome if we could like make a film based on the best PSC, or like make a film and then in the background it's like your favorite things from PSC, like some guy grabbing swapping something out of a bag. And it's like, what is that guy doing back there?
If I ever make movies, every single movie I make is going to have a guy in the background trying to catch ghosts in a plastic bag. It's just going to happen.
Yes, it's just going to be a running joke. Love it. All right, on to the ninth and final. Kagome
update.
Yep.
This is one of my favorite ones that's been on Raw so far.
Yeah, go ahead, John.
And this is the underwear model they were going to play a prank on. I still don't understand how this prank was supposed to go down.
Don't know.
But
we never figure it out. Never.
They're like, oh, we're going to do a prank, and we have to look up this thing that viewers want us to look up. But, like, they never established that any prank happened.
No idea.
Or what the planned prank was.
No idea. None.
No idea.
Because he put something in his mouth.
Yeah.
I don't know what that was.
I think it said be successful or something.
Okay. I don't know what that has to do with anything.
I mean, I think it was just a joke he was playing to the camera. Because in this one, they established that he was in a comedy duo with another guy.
He was.
So at the end of the original one, we find out that this underwear model got pregnant after this and then had a miscarriage.
Sadly.
or maybe had a miscarriage, or I don't fucking remember.
Yeah.
But everyone was like, well, she could have been pregnant beforehand, so it's fine. She definitely didn't get pregnant from the Kagome ghost.
No, I hope not anyways.
I mean, it was a pregnant lady, so it would be really weird if it was.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But maybe pregnant lady ghosts make other people pregnant.
It was kind of a cool silhouette too.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It's one of the most memorable scenes, just because of the way everything is like shot, and they're looking around for things, and it's a cramped room, so there's nowhere really to go. It's just all
It's fun.
It's all set up really well. But this one establishes that, well, the guy, the MC from the show, he also got fucked up by this too.
He did badly.
And and it brings up all these theories about what the Kagome song is.
Yeah.
And I was like, I had never even considered any of this shit, because why would I?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah. And what they say is that this guy started acting weird, he broke up their comedy duo, and then he killed a guy.
He committed murder.
He killed a guy and got arrested.
Yes. And the comedy guy's like, oh, I hope he can come back the same person that he was before that video.
Yeah, that was my favorite part, is when he's like, I hope he can come back and be normal again.
No.
It's like, that's not how killing people and going to prison works.
Absolutely not.
You don't, even if you do come back, you don't come back normal again.
No, not at all. Not at all. You're a prisoner.
Yeah.
You're going to come back like a prisoner.
Although, maybe Japanese prisons work different.
I have no idea.
I know nothing about Japanese prison.
No clue.
I assume it's similar to the U.S., but, whatever.
Yeah. And then we can talk about the reporter, too, who did that.
Oh, yeah. And, well, our trusty interviewer, our main character, I guess, throughout this whole series, decides she's going to type in Kagome, and instead of any ghosts or anything popping up, the monitor just starts flashing and then breaks.
And then the guy falls.
Yeah.
The guy falls, and then he sees the monitor broken.
Yep.
And then it says, we're still investigating.
Yep, we're still investigating. And that's the end of the series.
That's it. This was a very weak season. Very weak.
It wasn't a terrible season. It wasn't as bad.
Not very good.
Look, we've been saying every season so far has been weak. I think this season is pretty weak. I think I just had a lot more fun with it because we're finally returning to this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I think I liked this better than Tokyo Street's PSC, but not as much as any of the rest of PSC.
Okay. All right.
Because Tokyo Streets was pretty bad. That was before PSC got its storylines going. I mean, we get some introductions for Kano and some other stuff, but because that's also the first season,
right? And that's all right.
Yeah,
because that's an opening season. This is not.
But I liked this season, I think, more than last season.
Did you really? Why is that?
Because the only one I put a star next to last season was Attic.
Oh, that was a good one.
And everything else was probably fucking bad.
Okay.
Woman in the Abandoned Building. Hide and
if you want to watch that, you can go watch that.
Yeah.
Up here.
Yeah, I can put it around.
Just put every one of them as PSC videos. I don't know if we could do that or not. I have no idea.
I mean, I could.
No, we ain't gonna do that.
But I don't want to.
No. Like, comment, subscribe.
Hey, do that stuff.
Yeah. We put our time and effort into these.
Yeah, we do.
And now we're back, and we're not going anywhere.
Well, we weren't going anywhere before.
Yeah, I mean.
So.
Yeah.
We're back. We're beautiful.
Yeah.
And we're ready to kick Ghost's ass.
Yes. And stay tuned to our
Twitch.
Watch our Twitch, and then we should be announcing soon what we're gonna do for October.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We've got a few things. Maybe we'll put a thing up. Maybe I'll put a poll up on the YouTube channel.
Ah, you could.
And nobody will respond to it again.
I know. Or we can do it on our Discord where it's just me and you.
We got one person on our Discord now.
Good.
We got a stranger on the Discord.
Ooh. Fun.
We could do a poll on the Discord.
Good.
Anyway, well...
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah.
I would say be good people, but I'm not James. Not going to do it.
Go kick Elon Musk in the dick.
Yes. Fuck Jeff Bezos.
Woo!